Okay, so we're flying along in the 747-800i in Flight Simulator 2020. It's the stock 747 that comes with the simulator. And I'm trying something out. Somebody commented on an earlier video where I couldn't get the autopilot to work correctly with approach mode, and they said you have to have VNAV switched on for approach mode to work. I'm not sure that's true, so I'm just trying it out. You can see I've just taken off from Edwards Air Force Base, just flown upwind. We're using selected heading mode on the autopilot, so just in a left turn through 180 degrees, and we're going on the downwind leg, and we'll come out to about low RN, and we'll make another 180 degree turn, and we'll see if the autopilot approach mode engages. So we need to put in 110.1 on the radios. So if we go and look down here and go to nav radio, so 110.1 on the ILS. Course will be the direction of the runway, which is 226. Can we put the course in the ILS as well? Can I do 226 slash, well, apparently not. Oh, that's just the speed brakes in the way. I hate this about Flight Simulator. 226 slash 110.1. And now we can't get to the other side of it to do that. No, it won't let us do that. Anyway, so we've put in the details for the radio navigation. Now I wonder, has it got buttons somewhere to say what mode you're operating in? I wonder if it's a GPS stroke radio issue. Yeah, let's grab the speed brake again. So let's have a look around, see what options we get up here. There's flight level change, vertical speed. There's the 3 autopilots. It should engage all 3 below 1500 feet on the descent. Where are we, by the way? So we're coming up to about the right place to make our left turn then. So I'm going to do a left turn back towards 225 degrees. Okay, so the aircraft is making its turn, and we can see that happening on the map. So we should be good for altitude. Yeah, we've got quite some height over the ground. So because we're not using this for the usual reasons, I'm going to switch it on to approach mode, so it's showing the radio frequency. So it's ILS 110.1, course 226, runway 23, it knows where we're going. We are below the glide slope, so it should pick it up. So I am going to wait till we get straight. Obviously I'll engage it before we get there, but let's start slowing down then. We'll go for flaps 5 because we're getting slow, and we'll engage approach mode. Yeah, so all three autopilots have come on. They shouldn't have done that until we were 1500 above the ground. But let's watch what happens when the ILS engages on the... So is it going to start descending? We'll put the wheels down as well. As I thought, you do not need VNAV for approach mode to work. Because the only other reference I've got for this is the 737, the Zibo 737 in X-Plane, and you certainly don't need it for that. Vertical navigation is to... You have to go and program the altitudes into your waypoints, and it will obviously also follow the minimums and maximums on SIDS and stars. So there you go. Today it's working. It doesn't always work. There are bugs in it. So let's drop the flaps. Start slowing down. So we should be good to land at 130 knots, 140 knots. Wouldn't want to get much slower than that. Yeah, you can see the auto throttle's kicking in to stabilise us. So let's have a look over the nose. Here comes the runway. Because we've got all three autopilots on, we should also be showing, once we get below 1500 foot above the ground, this should be showing flare mode. So we'll see if that appears when we get a little bit closer. I'm surprised this isn't showing the... 1,000. Yeah, that's the altitude above the ground then. So yeah, it's surprising that's not showing it. So we'll just quietly watch it make its approach. So all I did was flew in on the circuit and approached the ILS beam from underneath. So I flew in level. Obviously at the point it captured the beam, I had approach mode on before I got to the beam. So the general rule is you can't engage automatically from above the beam. But the other day I was messing around with the 747 and it didn't engage it at all. It just flew straight over the airport. Let's see if it flares. See, this should be showing flare mode as well. It's a bit odd that it's not. I'm not sure if that's because I didn't have a localizer, but I don't want to go and press anything and jeopardize it.
50, 40, 30, 20.
It's flaring. And it's floating. That's a bit bizarre. Auto throttle off. So I'm just controlling it as it falls. Yeah, so it's still not correct, is it? But I mean, let's have a look outside, see what's happening to this. Got no throttle on, and it's just nuts. Okay, let's hit the reverses. So there you go. I guess that proves the autopilot will engage without VNAV, but it doesn't prove that it's going to switch auto throttle off when it hits the ground, because it never hit the ground because the stupid floating on the invisible column of silly thick air wrecked the flight model, so it never got to the ground. So there you go, the hilariously broken 747 in Flight Sim 2020.